So in today's video, we've got the Taylormade Stealth 2 Plus versus the QI10 LS, both the low spinning Taylormade heads or drivers. We're going to put them head to head.
Yeah, it'd be good.
And as you'll know, if you've been following the channel, this is the driver I'm currently gaming.
Yeah.
Which I've said to you, Sam, I am not in the market for a new driver. But we are going to put it head to head and we're going to see, you know, what the differences are.
Yeah.
First impressions, what are you thinking?
Yeah, it's very good. Like I said, you know, very similar in terms of, you know, weight at the back, sliding weight. Obviously, they've done it for, you know, QI stands for Quest for Inertia, so we're trying to get it even more forgiving. A few other people I've seen review it have said it's very low spin. So again, it depends if that's going to be working for you.
Does this sliding weight move as much?
I don't think it does. I think we can check how much it moves in a minute, but you can see that you can only move it a fraction. So I reckon it will go to about there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look there, I think it does shift a bit more. So we don't need it in draw bias for you. But again, you look at toe. I'd say toe's quite similar in terms of how much we can move. I don't think it's as draw biased.
Do you think that they're anticipating this low spin head to be more for the person looking to fade the ball?
I think so, because if you look at the QI10 tall fairway, you've got a weight in the toe.
Yeah.
So again, something like that would be quite good if you're like looking for a fair wood, because again we can add a lot of mass in the front.
Another club again.
Can't help it. But yeah, I think they've set it up this year to be a bit more fade biased. But yeah, like I said, you know, still the kind of carbon face.
I'm going to be biased here, but I actually prefer the look of the Stealth. I prefer the red.
Yeah, people have colouring preferences, don't they? But
Blue.
I think it all depends on who you support that. But yeah, I mean, look, they're freshening it up.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see the price point's not increased. So.
Yeah, it makes a change, doesn't it? We're going to keep it a fair test as well, because obviously, if anyone knows, garage driver's 10.5, but we've not been able to get a QI10 in 10.5 degree, so to keep it fair, we've got a Stealth 2 in 9.
Yeah.
So we're just doing head to head. We'll check the swing weights, but I don't think at the minute I can get the QI10 to D7.
Right.
So like I said, as long as we get them same swing weight, whatever that may be, and then it's as fair as we can do it.
We can just test them like for like.
We're still testing head to head. We'll do your Ventus shaft, same as what you're currently using, so we know the shaft works. Like I said, in terms of swing weight, you know, we'll check both kind of options, but I can't see it with a QI10 getting it to where we need to be. So I don't see the point of kind of having one a certain swing weight and one another one.
Yeah.
So the minute with kind of standard weights, where have we got it? D1, I'd say. That's not too bad anyway. So let's just check the QI10 before we get anything. Marginally lighter. A bit lighter. D0, only 1 point. I'll check if I've got one that's a bit lighter weight for the whatever that Stealth 2 is. Yeah, I'll try and get them the same. I'll try and get them both to Z0, then it's a fair comparison then. So yeah,
probably just worth adding, guys. You know, obviously, if you like club reviews, there's one thing we'll guarantee you is that they will be exact comparisons: loft, swing weight, shaft. You know,
got to keep it fair.
There's a lot of rubbish on YouTube, isn't there? You know, when it comes to sort of testing.
Yeah.
And you've seen with videos that me and Sam's been doing how important it is to make sure that swing rate is right, because it can change the, you know, obviously the flight of it.
Yeah, it just changes a lot of stuff. And like I said, we know that these are definitely lighter in what your kind of preference is and what you need. But just for the sake of this video, we need to make it as fair as we can.
If it's like for like, you know, obviously it's going to be true.
Yeah, exactly. As I said, I've gone to 13 grams, so it was 15 before, so it should get us into D0. Yeah, that's close. You're going to get it like C9 3/4 if I'm being very, very picky. So a bit closer to.
But my shaft that I normally game and my grip, well, it's actually out of my club, isn't it? So
yeah, we've kept it fair in terms of same shaft, same grip, so we know that's, you know, working well for you.
We're going to test with Pro V1, and we're going to test with, well, I use a 2 3/4 T now, so I'm being converted.
So the main thing I'd probably expect is we'll have some a bit left, because we can't get the face open, so don't worry too much, Gary, for a bit left.
I might have to get Dan to do this test. Do you fancy doing it? Do you want to get a few 7 irons and do it?
Yeah, I'll do
We'll just sell, like, obviously,
just say with your setup, because that's closer to me.
They're watching.
That's closer spec to me in terms of what I prefer.
Let's guys, we're going to get Sam to do this. We've hit 2 drives.
There's no way.
What do you mean?
You've hit 2 drives.
All right, I'll just say that again.
Convert.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Too bad. See if I can keep up with you, Gary.
First impression on looks of the head.
Yeah, it's nice. Like I said, I always like a bit more of a better player's head.
Yeah.
Anything that's quite wide, I don't know, I feel like I just can't flight it correctly, really. I like a driver to be quite versatile. I'm always kind of, when I get on the course, I'm always kind of, low fades, kind of putting shots. I'm not one for kind of wanting to hit it straight all the time.
Yeah.
So I like something that's a bit small I can work with, really. So, yeah. And so my shot's normally a bit of a draw anyway. Sometimes it gets a bit too much. That's better. That's better. Yeah, I look forward to when we can get on the course.
There might be people tuning in because they're interested in the Stealth 2 Plus, because obviously these have come down in price now. You can get these at most places for like
probably $350 or
I've
something.
seen them at like sort of $369, so you're looking at sort of at least £150
so again,
cheaper.
Yeah, it's a fair bit cheaper, definitely.
I absolutely love the look of the face. Like, obviously, as a better player, if you're watching, guys, you probably agree you'd like to see it look a little bit open, don't you?
Yeah, I mean,
it certainly sits nice.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not one for having it, say, as open as yours.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd like it probably just a tiny bit open.
Yeah.
Again, for me as well, being left my miss, it just feels like I can kind of just keep the face a bit squarer for longer.
Yeah.
Right, let's go.
Well, skitey by it, Sam.
No pressure. Yeah, definitely a bit different look at a dress, isn't it?
Which do you prefer then? Because I'm biased, because obviously I game the Stealth 2.
I think I prefer that. However, it's not like a rigid. It's called Infinity Crown, I think they're calling it.
Yeah.
Where it's like, just kind of all wraps all over in one. There's no kind of edge, basically. But yeah, I prefer that. Also, you've got QI10 at the back, but I don't think, you can't really notice that. I'd say shape of the head's very similar. Face angle looks very similar. Sorry, how it performs. A bit more right-sided, which I prefer.
Sharper, like.
Yeah, it's just hard to explain in terms of.
I've got to admit, with my Stealth 2, I feel like it compresses the ball well. A bit like trampoline.
Yeah.
Compared to titanium, it's like a softer feel, but which I do like.
That's a better launch for me. A better ball flow I'm kind of wanting. I feel like it's got more spin when. Interesting to see kind of where I'm striking it. Feeling like that one, it didn't feel like a great kind of hit, to be honest. But it's still gone dead straight, decent number. Just ball speed.
Shot. That's a beauty.
Definitely look like it stalls a little bit more, but in like a good way. I think the stealth sometimes is just a bit dippy.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'd be interesting to see the numbers, how I compare. I wouldn't say ball speed looks any different at the moment, but we'll see.
That's another good shot.
Is that 4 or 5?
That sounded solid. It's a frozen rope.
I'd say it doesn't shape as much,
No.
which potentially that's for weighting.
Yeah.
Obviously, the theory for me, gone fade bias for both, but potentially it's just working a bit better, but it's just straighting the ball flight a bit.
Well, look, I think the only thing that's noticeable is actually the shift in weight, isn't it, really?
Yeah, like I said, I'd say it's quite similar going from neutral to fade, but I feel like draw it's not as severe.
Yeah.
I think it goes a bit hidden underneath, but it's not as much. But yeah, we'll check the numbers and see what it's saying.
Right then, Sam, what's surprising to you there?
Obviously, dispersion with a QI10 is definitely a bit better, and I could feel that. You can see in terms of like ball flight as well.
Yeah.
The stealth right to the end kind of just started to drift off a bit to the left, where the QI10 just kind of stayed straight. Whether that's being the newer model, we've kind of worked a way for the fade weight to just do its magic a bit more, and just kind of get that face staying open. Their ball speed, for me, if there's no gain, I've lost a mile an hour. Again, that could be kind of user error. I'd have to see kind of club head speed. Launch and spin's definitely different. Definitely lower launch, lower spin. So you can see why there's a bit more in it. Carries only 1 yard, but it's getting a lot more run. So obviously 7 yards further total. But for me, it's done it in the wrong way.
Dangerous way.
It just gets a bit dippy.
Yeah.
It's consistent. So it's not like it's fluctuating a lot, and again, numbers are more consistent in terms of launch and spin. But for me, that's just a bit too low. 2100's definitely a better kind of spin number.
Yeah.
So if you look
Do you think that's because they're striving to get more distance and they're pushing it to boundaries?
Yeah, I think again, a few of the reviewers have seen that it's definitely lower spinning than the Stealth 2 Plus.
Yeah.
And like I said, for some people it's great. Other people, like I said, it can get a bit dangerous. In fairness, I've swung it a bit slower. So it is a 2 mile an hour difference.
Yeah.
So I think if I'd have put the same input in, you'd have probably got a bit more ball speed.
That's crazy because that was the second driver you hit.
Yeah.
So it's not like you've warmed up and then started swinging faster.
Yeah. So whether that's me or it's hard to say. Well, like I said, I think if I'd have swung probably a couple of mile an hour
Well, if you
quicker.
had swung a couple of mile hours quicker, imagine what that number would have been.
Yes, I think we'd have gone probably about 280.
Yeah.
310 maybe.
Yeah.
But again, it's doing it in the correct way. Well, I think that's getting very close to being a dippy kind of ball flight.
Question for you then. Obviously, you are the master fitter.
Yeah.
The shaft pervert.
Yeah.
If someone were being fitted for that QI10 driver, would you purposely get them launching it a bit higher and more backspin, even if it sacrificed a bit of distance?
If that gets you more control. Like I said, obviously, for me, it'd be a case of looking at a different shaft in that to try and get the spin up a bit more. I like the launch. I prefer the launch of a QI10.
Yeah.
But I just want a bit more spin.
But then, if you do get that launch up and a bit more, if you get that spin up, then you're back to the numbers of the Stealth.
Yeah, you can lose a bit of distance, but it's that balance really. It's getting the right balance of control and distance at the same time. Yeah, if we're doing head to head and thinking, say, someone games that now and wants to upgrade, is it worth it? Probably not. I think it depends on spin as well. If someone's got that and still really struggling with spin, then potentially if they can knock a few hundred revs off. I think the most surprising thing for me was just ball flight. This definitely went a bit straight and dispersion was better.
Yeah.
And, I could feel it. I could feel that it was a bit more stable through impact.
Yeah.
So I think we've definitely done something with this weighting system compared to last year's, which is working a bit better.
Yeah.
But for me, that's the only big gain I've seen, really.
Yeah.
A bit straighter ball flight.
So as a fitter, we're talking maybe 349, 549, £200 difference.
I think it depends on the individual. If a lot of people just want the newest thing, which is fine, but they've got to understand that it's not always going to be the case that it's better.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think a lot of times, for me, for how much you'd pay for, say, that with an upgraded shaft being very similar cost to that, I think that could perform better than, say, something off a shelf like this.
Yeah.
That's the difference for me.
That's a very good point, actually. If you put that £200 into an upcharged shaft,
I think that would work way better.
Fine tune the spec a little better, you could probably get better numbers with that than what you could get with a stock shaft.
Yeah, I mean, I bet you could pick one up brand new, say £300. Say someone sold one.
Yeah.
Even if you put in, say, that Ventus Red TR at £300, you only £70 more than this off the shelf.
Yeah.
And I think you just get a lot more control. and better dispersion, better numbers from an upgraded shaft than just getting a newer head.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people come to me, they'll come with, say, like a Ping G425 or a TSI, still really good heads, just like a model old.
Yeah.
And like I said, the most expensive shaft's still cheaper than a brand new driver, and I think you get more performance and benefit doing it that way, personally. But yeah, like I said, very good product, felt good, looks good, but in terms of an upgrade from a Stealth 2, minimal. I don't think it's a huge difference.
I think if you're a customer or somebody looking to buy a driver that's never had a Taylormade driver, I think, I can go on record and say it's revolutionised my game because they're so adjustable, aren't they?
Yeah, like I said, it's just finding the right characteristics of club. Like I said, for you needed something 2 weight ports, have a play with swing weight, something, very fade bias, which we've been able to create.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
Some people just want something that's 1 weight port, just forgiving, which is fine. Must be like a normal QI10.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, if you went normal QI10, that'd get the spin up anyway. You might be in that window you want. So I think definitely don't just go straight into the LS. Definitely try the normal head as well.
Yeah.
Because that might be producing the spin numbers you need anyway, to be honest.
Cool. I appreciate you testing that today, Sam.
Yeah, no problem.
Give us some good numbers to help us conclude.
Yeah, all right, luckily.
But yeah, another wicked driver from Taylormade.
Yeah.
But yeah, just consider your options basically.
Yeah, like I said, don't just kind of jump into it. Definitely, like I said, try a few options at a few places if you can. Like I said, think, is it going to be more beneficial upgrading, like I said, just for shaft or buying a whole new club? All depends what your current setup's like, really.
Yeah. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed that bit of a look at the new QI10 in comparison to a Taylormade Stealth 2. For me, I'm going to stick with my Stealth 2 after what I've seen. So
yeah,
I think I'm better off spending £200 somewhere else in my bag.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I don't think it'd be a minimal game. It's not like the ball speed's any quicker.
Yeah.
It's even lower spinning, which for you, I don't think you'd want anyway. Yours was just okay in terms of spin. Any lower, just that couple hundred revs would be a bit dippy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think if it's kind of performed similar for you, it just wouldn't work as well anyway.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Go and check Sam out as well. If you want any advice, custom fit wise, he's definitely the man to speak to. Obviously transformed my driving, as you can see. Couldn't even hit that, could I?
No.
So
no,
it shows how much fitting has worked for me and helped my game. And yeah, make sure you tune in for our next video. We've got some really interesting videos that's coming out in these next few weeks.
Yeah.
So don't miss any. And we'll see you in a few days' time. Bye.